Hi, today's Thursday, July 9th, 2026. I'm learning Chinese and I visit China like 3 times a year since Korea is near to China, right? So this article seems to be contradictory. Let's find out what is going on with China and whether this article is genuine. Something weird is going on with 66 billion trees China planted in a huge wall. We weren't seeing the planted forest for the billions of trees. By Frank Landymore, published July 5th, 2026. Landymore. Over the past 5 decades, China has planted 66 billion trees in a massive wall that spans the Gobi and Taklamakan deserts. Gobi and Taklamakan deserts. This reforestation effort intended to stop the desert's spread is working, but it turns out with a surprising twist. Reforestation. Forest, right? Reforestation. In a new study published in the journal Geographical Research Letters, researchers found that the trees planted in the so-called Great Green Wall appear to grow faster than trees in natural forests, possibly because they respond to the rising CO2 levels in our atmosphere better. Still, it's mysterious. Study lead author Johan Luo, a landscape ecologist at Peking University in Shenzhen, told Live Science that it's unclear how the artificial forests differ from the natural ones, raising questions about their effectiveness in sucking up carbon, right? Sucking up carbon. The Great Green Wall project began in 1978 and is expected to be completed by 2050. The original intent was to slow the desertification, opposite word. The country's grasslands, of which the Gobi devours over 1,000 square miles every year. In its early stages, the initiative struggled to get off the ground as some of the trees chosen for their quick growth turned out to be poorly suited for the environment and died off. Desertification, right? Desertification. I think desertification is more correct pronunciation. So we just go to this app and find out. Because desert and desert shares the same spelling.
Desertification.
Desertification.
Desertification. Desertification.
Desertification. Desertification.
What? British?
Desertification.
Come on, British. What's wrong with you? Desertification. The Great Green Wall project, right? And the desertification. But Chinese scientists pushed on. In a monumental feat of planning and perseverance, the verdant barrier has continued to grow instead of dying off, a fate that commonly befalls other green wall initiatives that learn that you can't brute force your way into planting as many trees as possible. Forest cover in the regions the wall touches has ballooned from 5% in 1978 to 14% in 2023, according to a Nature article, which has helped cut down on dust storms and improve the air quality in downwind cities, including Beijing. The Great Green Wall, however, wasn't originally intended as a climate change mitigation measure. So Luo and his colleagues were curious to see how the planted forests held up in that regard. Planted forests are widely used in climate mitigation strategies, but most global ecosystem models do not distinguish between forest types or represent age-related dynamics adequately, Luo told Life Science. So we felt it was important to clarify how these factors interact, not just for scientific understanding, but also for improving the models and assumptions that underpin real-world forest policy and carbon accounting. Underpin or underline, underpin. To do that, they used the satellite data to track the density of the green wall's canopy, a measurement known as a leaf area index, and compared it with the natural forests in the country. Strikingly, they found that the leaf area of the planted forests increased 66% faster than their natural counterparts. A lot of this is because young trees grow faster than old ones. Life Science noted. The planted forests are also actively nurtured by humans instead of being left to grow on their own. But when the scientists compared planted and natural forests of similar ages and conditions, the planted ones still appeared to grow 4.6% faster. That's fast speed, right? Nurtured, oh man, nurtured by humans. Notably, the difference was greatest when the planted trees are around 30 to 40 years old before sharply declining. Natural forests, meanwhile, grow at a slower but steady rate, making them better at sequestering carbon in the long term, right? Sequestering, hiding, pulling out from the atmosphere, sequestering carbon in the long term. Planted trees can be a powerful short-term tool for carbon uptake, but this advantage is temporary, Luo told Life Science. For long-term carbon storage and resilience, natural forests remain irreplaceable. Sequestering carbon. Frank Landimore, contributing writer. I'm a tech and science correspondent for Futurism, where I'm particularly interested in astrophysics, the business and ethics of artificial intelligence and automation, and the environment. That's good. But Chinese scientists pushed on in a monumental feat of planning and perseverance the verdant barrier has continued to grow instead of dying off. A fate that commonly befalls other green wall initiatives that learn that they can't brute force their way into planting as many trees as possible. Forest cover in the regions the wall touches has ballooned from 5% in 1978 to 40% in 2023, according to a Nature article, which has helped cut down on dust storms and improved the air quality in downwind cities, including Beijing. In downwind cities. The Great Green Wall, however, wasn't originally intended as a climate change mitigation measure, so Luer and his colleagues were curious to see how the planted trees hold up in that regard. Planted trees are widely used in climate mitigation strategies, but most global ecosystem models do not distinguish between forest types or represent age-related dynamics adequately. So further barriers dying off. Okay, so Chinese, the planted trees grow faster, but the sequestering carbon is much better done by the existing natural forests. Thanks for listening. Have a great time.